such a time as this.
And welcome to For Such a Time as This. I am your host, Pastor James Pittman. Ho ho! The Empire Strikes Back. You have all these legislators and legislatures all over the country passing these crazy abortion laws, trying to abort babies after they have been born. That's not called abortion. That's called murder. But anyway, Alabama, the Empire Strikes Back.
According to you, the Alabama law won't take effect for another 6 months, and it will face extensive legal challenges. But there is growing momentum in states across the country to capitalize on the Supreme Court's first solid conservative majority in decades.
All human life is precious.
Alabama Governor Kay Ivey signed the nation's most restrictive abortion ban into law Wednesday, saying it's time for the Supreme Court to revisit Roe v. Wade.
Where's the money coming from to support people who aren't ready to be mothers or aren't financially stable to take care of a child?
You simply cannot defer protecting lives of unborn children because of cost.
It's a law that's designed to end Roe versus Wade for good.
CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman says it could be 2 years until the Alabama law makes it to the Supreme Court. Others will reach the docket first.
You may have a whittling away of Roe long before there would be a case that could ultimately overturn it.
Kleeman says it's...
All right. I want to be very clear about something. It is difficult for me. You see, I grew up in the great state of Louisiana, a lifelong LSU Tiger fan, football fan. It is hard for me to give any credit to the Crimson Tide State. But in this case, Alabama, look at what's going on in the debate. I love the governor. I don't even know her name is here somewhere. I don't know her name, but I love her. She sets the stage. She says, look, you guys are going to criticize us for this law. Look, all life is precious. And so she sets the stage. Did you see what the reporter did? See what the reporter did? In essence, when the governor says all life is precious, the reporter said, no, it's not. What did she say? She said, where's the money going to come from to support these children who are going to be born to mothers who are not ready to be mothers? Mothers who don't have money. And the governor shot back, in essence, saying, you can't kill a child simply because it's not financially advantageous to you. How about this? Governor, one thing you should have said was, well, you should have thought about that before you laid on your back. How about that? How about that? See, again, Christians and conservatives on this issue, we don't need to retreat. How about we need to start saying, if you can't take care of a child, don't do the things that's going to make a child. How about that? You can live without sex, but because you want to use sex as some recreational activity, and you don't want to deal with the consequences of your recreational activity, you're going to kill the child. That's foolish. Pro-life people need to start saying, if you don't want to have the child, stop having sex that's going to create the child. Now, I know the argument can be, well, be more responsible sex. Okay, fine. That's the secular argument. The Christian argument is, don't have sex out of marriage and you won't have this problem. How about that? That should be the Christian message. But it's hard for me to say this. But how about Alabama? How about Alabama? And one friend actually said to me, and put it to me this way. Alabama is now redeeming itself. At one point with Governor George Wallace, Alabama said all life isn't precious and all lives aren't equal. So much so that those of the darker skin need to be segregated and go to other schools. But now Alabama, over time, and I would like to think influenced by the Christian truths in Scripture say, no, all life is precious, even those lives in the womb that don't have a voice for themselves. I gotta say it, and I'll say it just this one time. Roll Tide!
For such a time as this.